Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Droning Company here at CUAV 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada, running into another friend of the Droning Company, David Thirtyacre from Embry-Riddle. How's it going? Nice to see you too. So we got to ask, what's going on at Embry-Riddle? What can people expect if they're looking to maybe sign up for an aviation school?
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. We've been working in aviation for a long time, and we always focus on professional aviation is really what we focus on. So when folks come to Embry-Riddle, especially in our UAS programs, what they're really going to get is that professional aviation flavor. So it's the safety side of it. It's the checklist usage, and it's figuring out what the customer really wants to use or really wants to get out of your data. And that's really what we try to focus on is that end-to-end piece of it, all the way from the professional flight planning and getting into the products that the customer is going to want.
Sure.
So if we were doing thermal imaging for a course, for example, they're going to produce an actual portfolio that will go to the customer at the end of that. So we really try to stay focused on that end game, and what I call the so what of flying drones is a lot of people can fly drones, but what are you going to do with the data and how are you going to use that? So we're partners with Pix4D, for example, and several other companies out there that we use their software. We try to use the best software that's out there today, and we get that out to our students so they can use that software and be familiar with it as they go through.
Absolutely.
We have several programs at Embry-Riddle as well, at our Daytona Beach campus, at our Prescott campus, and where I work, our worldwide campus, where we have mainly adult learners, about 80% or so affiliated with the military somehow. So we have a bunch of absolutely great hard workers coming into the courses, into the programs. We have about 550 students in our UAS programs right now at the worldwide campus, and they continue to get placed in just outstanding jobs. Because that's what I take back as our grade at Embry-Riddle is the students that we produce and the graduates, the alumni, are they getting the jobs they want?
Yes.
And they really are. We see some just great success stories all the time because of that professional aviation focus. And that's what's missing in a lot of the other degrees you can get out there from other places. They miss that focus on professional aviation. And that's a piece that Embry-Riddle just stands behind all the time.
Absolutely. And the big challenge, and you touched on it a little bit earlier, the big challenge always is not just getting set up with a drone business, but knowing how to use that technology to its fullest extent. You talk about that. It's sort of a lesson you have to learn sometimes as a drone pilot getting involved in the industry. What's maybe one of the most popular tracks that you see at Embry-Riddle? How do students go out and actually apply the knowledge that they get from your organization?
That's a great question, and it's very interesting because we have an OPE side, a professional education side, Office of Professional Education, where you can just go in and take courses. Mm-hmm. So we have an actual course in there of starting your own drone business, and it walks you through kind of how to do that. So people who want to do a drone business on the side have the ability to go through our OPE program. We have about 40 classes now in our OPE, in our portfolio, that include flight now. So you can come in and learn from the best on the flight side of it and that. But what we find is, again, we deal at the worldwide campus mainly with military as they're transitioning. So we have the ability to get them the education that they need now to get in that door with HR in order to get to them jobs. And one of our biggest hire is some of the new space companies that are out there that hire a lot of our students. Again, going back to that professional aviation, and that's a route that they take a lot. And then a lot of the startups as well. But the beauty again about Embry-Riddle is that they know they're getting somebody quality and somebody knows how to work when they show up.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you one thing that is really a testament to Embry-Riddle and the impact that you have on the aviation industry. I go to shows like this all the time, and you can always bet money on it. You're going to meet at least a handful of people that go, yeah, I went to Embry-Riddle. That you've touched a lot of people in the aviation industry. What we want to know is if you want to learn more about Embry-Riddle, you're thinking about getting into aviation, whether it's manned, unmanned, where can they go to learn more about your university?
Like everybody else you probably talk to, you go to our website, erau.edu, and it will bring you through the entire area there. If you're interested in the pro-ed side, you can literally type in pro-ed, ERAU, and it will take you to a pro-ed site. We can find all the classes and that in there. But you brought up something very interesting because when we started going to these shows in AUVSI and other shows about 2015 timeframe, we literally had people walk up and say, "What's an Embry-Riddle?" Because the UAS community was so detached from the aviation community. And what we've seen over the last several years is that converge now, just like you'd expect. But now people understand who we are and what we bring to the fight. But back then, nobody had a clue who Embry-Riddle was.
Yeah.
So it's been really neat to see this industry come on to the professional aviation side and start using those best practices.
Excellent. That's awesome. Mr. Thirtyacre, thank you so much for your time, my friend.
you, man.
Really appreciate it. Nice seeing you again.
You too.
Thank
Take
you.
care.